What's up, guys? Nick here with Team Aux here. We have a new Banlist for the Yu-Gi-Oh season. I have here a winning deck profile I've been testing at locals. It's a Tenny Swordsoul. It's been doing pretty well for me against all the new decks like Brave PK, Eldritch with 3 skill drain, which is insane. The Brave Virtual World deck, Brave Prank Kids deck. It's a little bit of spice that we've seen the last format towards the end, the Crystron engine. Like I said, been doing pretty well. I won locals with it. Nothing too crazy. I guess shout out to my sponsor Cha. He's great. He provides me with all the cards so I can play. Shout out to Team Aux, of course, and shout out to everyone from locals. And yeah, I guess we'll get right into it. Alright, so first of all, we'll do the Swordsoul cards. This is still the same as before. First, we got 3 Moye. It's a pretty standard. It's the best normal summon. The main reason you don't play the Brave engine in this deck, because I think normal summoning this is still very important. And we have 3 Longyang. The best Swordsoul in my opinion. He's the one who helps you extend, get cards in the grave, summon your level 10 synchros. And we have 2 Taya. Desires at 1, which, spoilers, we still play, but I think 2 is still the perfect number because you don't really want to open it because it's not really a starter because it requires grave setup, and 1 still comes up a lot, so I think 2 is still the perfect number. And of course, we still play the 3 Ecclesia. Still one of the best starters in the deck. Helps going second a lot because it summon itself. It's a tuner, which helps with the needle fiber combo, which we'll get into later. And of course, it sucks it's not a worm, but still a great card all around. And of course, we play the Tenny package. So same as last format, 3 Ashina. Still arguably the best one because you can get anyone in your deck. A lot of people are varied on this between like 2 or 3. I think 3 is correct because, of course, like I said, skill drain is at 3, which is pretty insane. And we don't play any main deck like back row removal, so this is like your main way of getting around the skill drain. And it's still just an amazing going second card in general. It helps break so many boards. It's just like by itself and maybe one other card. And now we play 3 Adara because, like I said, it's a tuner, so you can go into the needle fiber combo, which is insane. I think it's the main way to play the deck now, and just helps with grinding and getting all your resources back when they're banished. And the main addition for the needle fiber combo, we have the Despot 1. This is the card you summon off the needle fiber to start your combos, to summon back off the Auroradon, which we'll get into later. It sucks to draw, but you have to play it. And we play 3 Ash Blossom. So still the beginning of the format, so it's still kind of coming to fruition of what the best decks are, of course, and it's just a generic hand trap all around that hits everything. And something interesting, we play 3 Ghost Ogre now because we play a card that I'll showcase later that helps with our main engine, and then it's still just a good hand trap all around. You can hand trap the Cherubini and Brave PK, or like the Moye against the mirror match. Yeah, it's still just I think just a good hand trap all around this format. Then we'll move on to spells. We play the 3 Emergence, of course. Sucks we can't search Protoss off this anymore because that card is banned, but Cell Search is pretty much your entire deck. And we play 3 Vessel, because obviously the Tennies were the best cards in the deck before the ban list, and now they're even better now, so we play 3 of this just to get more access to them and just get more gas going for your deck and just load up your grave. And then I still play the Summit. I just think it's a great card. It's a searchable Reborn. You can reveal it off Moye. And then it's just an easy side-out target. And we still play the 1 Desires. It sucks that it's at 1, but I can understand why. Still just the best consistency card in the deck. Still loads up your grave for Cheng Yang. Drawing 2 is always nice. And then here, a bit of spice, we play the 3 E-Tele. This is how you get the reason why we play the Ghost Ogres. It's a free extender to help get into your needle fiber combos, or you can even just set it and then flip it on your opponent's turn because Ghost Ogre works on the field. And we play 3 droplets. because Scythe Lock is everywhere this format, and this is probably the best way to get around it. You just activate Scythe Effect, you just drop a stat in the DP, which they usually have with it, and then you just play the game. And then you play the 1 Blackout, of course. I've thought about playing 2 just because skill drain's at 3, so it's another out for that. And it does kind of suck to banish off Desires, but I haven't really needed a second one. And it's kind of just a brick, so we still just play the 1. It's been going fine so far, but we'll see how it goes. That's the main deck. It's 42 cards, which is kind of unfortunate, but I guess it helps to not draw the Despot 1. And we'll move on to extra deck. Still play the 2 Chi-Xiao, still the synchro you make the most. It searches whatever you need. It's negate on your opponent's turn. And of course, the Chang Yang. This card is still insane. This a big body, clears boards. And for the Yang Zing package, the 1 Yahtzee. This card was already insane last format with the Needle Fiber combo. It's even more insane. And then 2 Boxy, of course, because you use 2 a lot, especially now. Sometimes 1 on your turn for the combo, and usually 1 going second to clear your opponent's board. You can even make 2 of these in the same turn and clear like your opponent's whole board, which I think is insane. And of course, the Chao Feng still stops Nibiru, stops Veiler, just any light effects. And this with Blackout is insane because you can pop it, search a tuner like Ash for another interruption, or the Ecclesiates for more follow-up on your turn. And the Baron, of course, the honorary Swordsoul card, is typically what you try and make first turn. So Omni Negate, pops cards, recursion, does everything. Card is nuts. Play the Draco Berserker still, because it's a worm, and it just also helps clear boards. It's decent to make when you're locked under 10Es, and you just need like a good defensive option to make. The card is very underrated in my opinion. And sort of a new addition, it was played at the beginning of the format and it kind of phased out, but now with the addition of Brave PK, this card is very relevant now, is the Rudy Rose. This card destroys Brave PK by itself, because obviously that deck needs a lot of grave setup, and this just gets rid of all that, so they have like no grind game. Yeah, I played against 1 Brave PK at locals, and I summoned this, and I banished his DP and his Phantom Knights and everything, and he just couldn't play next turn. This card is very good against him, and it's good against Virtual World too, even a little bit. And for the links, we played 2 Monk, just because we needed room for the Needle Fiber package. It kind of sucks me not to play 2 now, because like the 3rd one did come up quite a bit last form, but the Needle Fiber sort of makes up for that spot. And you just have to play a bit more conservatively with your monks and your tennies now. But like with the Needle Fiber package, your deck is like super explosive, so it's not as big of a deal, and you can like just kill faster anyway. So yeah, I've been fine with 2. The 3rd one hasn't come up yet for me since the new list started. I think it's fine. Yeah, there's not really much else to cut in the extra deck anyway. Still play the Shaman. This card is still nice for recursion, the effect with Monk to pop a card. And here's the Spice, the Needle Fiber, and the Auroradon. Like I said, I think this is the best way to play the deck now. It just gives it so much more gas. It's such a higher ceiling. It makes playing through interruptions like a breeze. This adds so much to the deck and so many more lines of play. It does make the deck very much harder to play. I'll give you that. Just because like you don't necessarily like want this to make your main line of play with this. You usually try and save it if like your normal plays get stopped. And just like knowing when to make it and just how and like all the lines you can do with it, it's pretty hard because there's like multiple things you can do with the tokens. Like you make a Yajin go straight into Baron. It really just depends on your hand and if you're going second or not. But like once you like get it down, like you can do so many things. It's nuts. Side deck, we played the Gamma package. Obviously it's 3 Gamma Driver. It's also like just another very good generic hand trap like Ash. It hits like everything. And then if you have like a matchup where Ghost Ogre isn't good, you can side those out and side this package in. You like Gamma them on their turn, and when it's your turn, you can summon any other Gamma in your deck off E-Telly so they're not necessarily dead. And yeah, this hand trap is just insane. It's always good at like beginning of formats where there's a lot of combo decks. You just hit like everything. We play 3 Lancia, another insane hand trap for this format. I think it hits just about everything. It's good against the tennies in this deck. It obviously destroys Brave PK. It hurts Virtual too because they can't use any of the trap effects in Grave or the Qinglong to search. And yeah, if you play like the Scythe package or the Artifact package, like in this deck or any other deck, you can just search this. Yeah, this card is nuts. And I'm quite afraid of skill drain decks this format, so we play quite a bit of back removal. Do 3 Cosmic, 3 Evenly, and the Reboot. I didn't play against too much back row, but skill drain is a card. It's a very good card, so I'm just prepared for it. You probably don't need this much. You probably like cut down like Evenlys or Cosmics and put in like another hand trap. Like Droll is a very good hand trap this format, and like Droll plus Lancia is usually just game. So yeah, but I don't know. Evenly's still just a very good generic card in general. Even Cosmic, because a lot of the combo decks even play back row. Like it hits like the Blackout in the Mirror Match, the Scythe Lock in like pretty much every deck, or the Fog Blades, or even like the Chuche in Virtual World. Yeah, even like not against back row decks, these cards are still very good. And just for a 15 slot, we just play the Call By. A lot of people are playing like Ash still, or like the Lancey and the Droll on the side, and it's just a very good hand trap, or a good card going first. You can even hit like Eldritch and Eldritch matchup, so like their Eldritch traps are dead. You can hit like anything, PKs even. And yeah, that's it. I hope I explained it well enough. Obviously the format's still new, so we could be discovering a lot of things, but for now, as the format is, I think this deck is a very solid option for the meta. It can still hold its own against Brave PK, Virtual World, all that. You can sort of play through Scythe Lock if you have like droplets or anything. It's just tough, but you manage it. It's still very good at going second, arguably like the best going second deck of the format. The tennies are insane. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Nick from Team Aux signing out.